The fall of the Neo-Babylonian Empire was finalized by the takeover of her capital city, Babylon. This takeover occurred in 539 BC by the Persian Empire and its unifying King Cyrus the Great. The event is recorded in the biblical book of Daniel, and by 5th and 4th century BC and 1st century AD historians. According to these sources, Babylon the city was holding a festival. Daniel adds that King Belshazzar, who history explains was co-regent with his father Nabonidus, was feasting with the precious metal cups and dishes plundered from the Jerusalem temple. The people were either extremely disgruntled with Belshazzar and Nabonidus or properly terrified of Cyrus's army because the city was taken peacefully. The military marched right in, took the palace, and began reforms, rebuilding, and reorganizing in the name of Cyrus. What happened next was of massive biblical significance. Cyrus the Great commissioned captive peoples to return to their homelands with their idols and cult utensils to rebuild the sanctuaries of their gods. This is recorded in the Bible several times. Isaiah the prophet foretold it, and Ezra and 2 Chronicles record it. This edict allowed Ezra to return and rebuild the Jerusalem temple with the previously plundered temple treasures. The work of modern history has verified the takeover of Babylon by Cyrus, his policy of releasing captives with their religious artifacts, and that he created an official edict that presumably would have been empire-wide. This has been verified through the study of the Cyrus cylinder. The cylinder was discovered in Babylon in 1879 by an archaeologist working for the British Museum, where it's still on permanent display. The cylinder was a foundation inscription placed in the wall of the city that Cyrus had ordered repaired. Its text is incomplete due to erosion, but records Cyrus's policy. In today's world, the Cyrus cylinder's message has been somewhat retooled to fit with the modern agenda of human rights. Now, while valuing human life certainly is a biblical value, the cylinder does not reveal a humanitarian King Cyrus. His motives appear to have been religious, political, and propagandistic. Cyrus was the king of the world, the best servant of the gods, the most righteous, according to his cylinder. Human rights likely had nothing to do with his decision to rebuild temples. Nevertheless, the cylinder has a captivating history. A missing fragment was reunited to it in 1972, and in 2010, 2 fragments from copies of the cylinder were discovered in the archives of the British Museum, demonstrating that Cyrus's edict was likely copied and spread throughout the whole empire. Thanks for watching. Click the playlist on screen now to watch more spotlights. And if you want to read the full article, click the link in the description. You can always go to BibleDiscoveryTV.com for more videos, articles, and resources.